Hi, this is Simon and this is Alex. Welcome to Journey-limitless, Ep.1.
Hi everyone. So, we've already covered 4 countries: Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina and Uruguay. Here we are in sunny Montevideo. See a beautiful sunset behind me. It really is a really beautiful city. We had a few setbacks at the beginning. For example, the bikes were sent to Argentina instead of Brazil. Despite this, we're going to start the adventure properly from Uruguay. Just us, the bikes, the stars and some camping. So follow us on journey-limitless.com to see what adventures we get up to.
Okay, so we're now in Montevideo, with about 3 weeks of delay in relation to the original schedule. We started off in Rio, but after a couple of days of acclimatization, we quickly skipped over to Iguazu to explore the natural beauty of the South American landscape.
Iguazu lies on the border with Paraguay and Argentina, so we paid a quick visit by local bus to the small town on the Paraguayan side, which revealed a bustling market point full of small vendors and yerba mate sellers. We left Paraguay by motor taxi as we missed our bikes. The major reason for visiting Iguazu, however, were the stunning falls on the national park on the Argentinian side.
Using all possible forms of transport, we got to this spectacular park, completely filled with beggars, known as coatis. What we really hit our eye for were the largest waterfall systems in the world.
The falls divide the Iguazu River into the upper and lower Iguazu. For most of its course, the river flows through Brazil. However, the most impressive part of the falls are on the Argentinian side. The name Iguazu comes from the Tupi words I, meaning water, and Huasu, meaning big. Legend has it that a deity planned to marry a beautiful woman named Naipi, who fled with her mortal lover Taroba in a canoe. In a rage, the deity sliced the river, creating waterfalls and condemning the lovers to an eternal fall.
After a whole day of walking, we really felt like we worked as hard as ants, so it was the time to continue the journey to Argentina on our last flight this year.
After a few days of reacquaintance with nature, we arrived in chilly but elegant Buenos Aires, and 2 days of sightseeing later, we caught an early morning train to the airport, where we were meeting our fixers, who were helping us to get our bikes out of customs. Trust us, you'd need the help of locals to manage the level of bureaucracy. Tons of paperwork later, we were ready to start the 6 hours of walking back and forth, signing off forms and documents, paying fees, fees for fees, percentage of fees for fees, and some more fees. Most of the time, to be honest, we just had to wait. All worth it, as we finally managed to get our bikes on South American soil.
Early morning the next day, we could finally start riding. First destination, a ferry to Colonia in Uruguay. Leaving the grey wintry landscape of stunning Buenos Aires, we crossed the River Plate. The river is about 290 kilometers long, and it widens to about 220 kilometers. It forms part of the border between Argentina and Uruguay.
Squashed between hundreds of cars, after a little over 2 hours, we finally arrived in Colonia, impatient for our first long ride out to Montevideo. Uruguay, officially the Oriental Republic of Uruguay, is geographically the second smallest nation in South America after Suriname, but is ranked first in Latin America in democracy, peace, lack of corruption, e-government, and is first in South America when it comes to press freedom, the size of the middle class, and prosperity. On a per capita basis, Uruguay contributes more troops to the United Nations peacekeeping missions than any other country in the world. According to The Economist, Uruguay is to be regarded as one of the most liberal nations in the world, and one of the most socially developed, outstanding regionally, and ranking highly on global measures of personal rights, tolerance, and inclusion issues. The landscape en route to Montevideo looked completely different to what we'd experienced in Brazil or Argentina. Flat plains and wide horizons broken by lines of palm trees looked particularly distinct from the European landscape with which we're so familiar. The country welcomed us with chilly but sunny weather with almost hurricane-level winds, which made our first ride a serious challenge. Thankfully, the roads in Uruguay are high quality and they were unusually empty as all the same people were staying indoors.
As we left Europe in a hurry and had the good fortune of staying with some friends in Montevideo, we decided to make the city our base for a few days to seriously prepare for the first leg of the journey. Jill and Marcus put up with us adopting their home for a week and showed us around their beautiful city. There were loads of opportunities to feel and smell this coastal capital, and for Alex to pay homage to her favorite engineer, Eladio Dieste.
The architecture in the city is really unique, and the flavours of Parisian urban planning are evident in the many parks, tree-lined avenues and small boutiques scattered across the neighbourhoods. The Rambla is about 30 kilometres long and runs along the coastline of the city. It's really an artery for socializing and exercise and perfect for walking the dogs or simply eating an empanada. This way, we had a few days to really explore Montevideo and try the juiciest steak cooked on a traditional Uruguayan parrilla in the atmospheric covered market of Montevideo.